Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're going to look at CMG, Ulta, Nvda, Tesla, Gilead, IBB, and McDonald's. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames, and we use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. What a day on Friday. We did a video. I'll make another video on Monday with the SPY and all that stuff. Just wanted to pump out a couple for you guys, talk about CMG and the following. So let's go to the daily CMG. And we talked about this trend line last week. We got above it on the news of Ackman purchasing 9.9% stake, whatever he did. And we had a great reversal candle on Friday that engulfed this breakthrough candle. And now we're right back on this line. So let's see. We got this pivot here. So we do have support here. If the markets continue to dump, we're definitely going down here. But if you're bullish this CMG, you wanted to definitely get a reversal candle, and it will probably go up to the 200 moving average. If the markets continue to dump, we are definitely going into this area here. Probably fill the gap. Then the 20 and the 50 MA here will be some support as well with the 618 and the 750. If they continue to dump, we will definitely get into this area. Everything's a market trade now, guys. You got to keep an eye on the SPY, the IWM, and those. If those go down, everything's going lower. It doesn't matter what stock it is, except for Win. But Win will have its day if the market's still dump. Let's go to the weekly. Weekly chart, we had to get above these trend lines here. It made an attempt, got to the highs here, got rejected. Now we still closed in on this inside bar here. So still technically, it's in a neutral stance now. It was bearish about a week ago. I did like that setup, but now we got the pop-up with the Ackman news. So right now it's 50-50, but if you're short or long, hold it. Like I said, long, you want to get above this pivot. Short, you want to see it come back in on the daily chart, back into this, actually up into this level. Then you have some really good resistance up here. So long up here, short, you're looking at to get here. You have support. So either way, you have, you're going to have a move, but ultimately it will be with the markets. Markets go up, this should go up. Markets, go down, it will go down. Monthly chart, still like this as a bearish setup. Down, consolidation, went right back up into this trend line. Need to recapture this trend line. If it doesn't, we will start heading down. Next level, I think 364, but we still have to tap these double bottoms in here around 385. But again, next week will be the wild card. If the markets dump, this will sell as well. Ulta. We've been talking about this one for a while after earnings. Last week we got a little more follow through, so we got an engulfing reversal bar on this one. Then we had a nice follow through the following week. Actually, that's a monthly. So we still had follow through. But again, we've been talking about this bearish pattern, bearish inside bar. I would have loved to have seen it retrace up here. Then we would have added more. But you know what? Nice retrace or nice consolidation on this inside bar here. Never made it to the top. I bet you if you take a bottom to a top fib, we're probably into the 618750, starting to break down. We got right to this area, which we've had in here around the 239.21. Just a lot of where you have consolidation, you're going to have support. That's where it ended. I still think we're going down to 228.53. I've been saying that for the last week or so after earnings, and guess what? Here it comes. Told everybody, don't buy the dips here. You do have support in here, but you know what? Boom, bearish pattern. Here we go, starting to break down. Weekly chart, nice follow through. It even followed through on this 20 MA. Next week's going to be pivotal for this. If we close down in here next week, we are definitely going to the 228 area. Then I wouldn't doubt if we come right here to the 50 MA around the 200. We've been calling that too since I've been making these videos on Ulta. Be careful. Even if this sets up and retraces, I would definitely short it. Markets are in that time frame where we can definitely correct. And we'll get bounces. Don't worry about that. We'll get bounces. We always do. But we might get a massive sell-off. So please, if you're long in these, protect them. Monthly, great. We had a nice reversal candle here. Now we got some follow-through. Still the end of the month. We'll see where this thing closes, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. Again, 228.77, ultimately around the 200 or 618. This 20 MA should curl up here and give you some support as well. Around 200, depending on the markets, how they're reacting, that would be a pretty good bounce area to capture a bounce. And then we get up to the retrace and we reshort this thing. Let's go to Nvda. Finally, I've been talking about this high flyer for a long time. And today, Great. We talked about this bullish pattern. Go back in my videos. If this thing fails, we're going to start heading down. We filled the gap right here, which was 59.74, and it actually closed below it. So typically what we're looking for is some more follow through to the 50 MA, which is 57.23. We'll probably get a bounce there, but if the markets continue to dump, we are dumping out on this. I'm not sure where we could go. You know what? Let's do. I got to do a little more work on this one. Let's take this pivot here. Ultimately, maybe 56.36, but I'm still thinking around 50 bucks. You know, if this thing really starts to rumble. This pattern too. This was setting up in a great bullish pattern. We needed more consolidation. Now, boom. We need to see if we close below the 58.19. If we do that, here's your $50 area at the 20 MA. We'd definitely be going down. Markets start to dump. This high flyer will be dumping as well. Especially, you know, we had a pretty nice start to a bullish inside bar. Now we broke it down. Let's see if we get a bearish inside bar and it starts to break. Monthly. Again, if you're bullish, you need to get above 63.49 and some continuation volume. Monthly, though, if this monthly bar closes down in this area around the 55, 54, we are going to start, this thing's going to start moving down. So be really careful with Nvda. All right, let's get into Tesla, everyone's favorite stock. Until now, of course. When it's going up, everyone's like, oh, it's so great. When it's going down, this thing sucks. Oh, my gosh, it's terrible. But we talked about this inside bar bearish pattern. You go back in my videos. Let me tell you, once we got below this 20, and then, of course, they popped it up that one day, got, oh, it's going, and then right in your face. And honestly, we did hit this trend line. It was a beautiful bounce. And I was talking about, let's wait for a retracement in this area, and we'll short it. And then they had the news that rocket exploded. Boom. Bearish pattern. Came gap down that day. Boom. Now we're below the 196.28. They need to gap. Markets need to go up. Markets keep going down, 187.87. We get a gap up tomorrow and possibly a rally, then they'll probably close it in this area, maybe fill the gap just to keep it up, but still, bearish pattern at the lows. You got the MAs curling down. It's just a matter of time before this one goes lower. Like I said with a couple other ones, the markets go down, it's all going down. It's called a market trade. Weekly, beautiful sell candle. We close below it. That is bearish. We're definitely going to be going to the 188.54 level. It's just a matter of time. It's only $5 away, $6 away. It is going there. That wouldn't be bad. If this area doesn't hold, oh man, I got to do some more work on this. A lot of my charts, everything broke down. I took some time off, and Sunday I'm going to watch some football a little bit, taping all the games. Who doesn't watch football on Sundays? But I had a little bit of time just to get out of the house, make a couple videos. And here we are. But Tesla, yeah, I mean, it's breaking down. Markets break down. This thing's going. And I think we could get to 180, no problem. But we'll see. We still have a little pivot around 187.82. So we'll reevaluate as this thing's coming in. If the markets catch a bid, this should catch a bid as well. Everything, like I'm going to keep saying it, market trade, SPY, IWM, all those sell. Everything's going down with it. Like I said, I don't care what stock it is. Gilead was only down $1. This one held out pretty good, but you know, Gilead came in pretty good. We got a nice, look at this, nice retrace, came on down, and now it's holding here. The IBB was smashed pretty good, but this one's holding up good. But you know, we came from 89, we're at 79, now we're at 78, so it's chopping around, but a bearish pattern, weak. It's weak. This had a nice inside bar bearish pattern played out. Now we're just kind of chopping. We'll wait for pattern. We'll wait for this 20 MA to curl down in the price, and I think we'll be sending this one lower. You know, next stop, if the market's dump, maybe right in here, 66.09, then 63.90. You know, maybe. Let's look at the bigger time frame. Yeah, 63.43. You got that pivot. You got the pivot around 67.50 over here. And we did close. Well, that's a monthly. What's the weekly look like? Yeah, we're still below the MA, so this is technically in a weak position. Market's dump. We're going down. This one could go down fast and furious. We'll go right into this area right down here. Then maybe you got to time it with the market. So even though you're coming in a big support, doesn't mean it's going to bounce. Market's dump. It will not bounce. IBB. This was classic. Oh man, I mean, we came in, got some support, started bouncing. Everybody got giddy. You know, I get the emails and, oh, StockBookie, you should do another video, or they all talk crap. And I was like, all right, you know what? We're in some support again down in here. We'll retrace up into resistance, and we'll see what happens once we get to the 5.0 and the 618 retrace. And then if the market's dumped, this thing's going you're going to get slapped. So everyone again who started believing that this was going on, oh, it's going up, you're an idiot. They took it right to double bottom. If this thing gives away, we're going to gap fill 276. If that gives away, we're going right down into the 267 area right in here. Weekly charts. This tells the story. We talked about this over and over. Got above the 50, they reversed it, closed it below, closed it below, closed it below, and here we are right at the bottoms now. If these bottoms give out, you have some support at 275, 274. If that gives out, 263. Then if the markets start dumping, I'm thinking 250, possibly 240. If you're a bull, you need to get above the 50, and you need to go above the 618, then the 300 area, then it could possibly go up. Markets sell, it's over. And again, everything's a market trade. Markets don't go up. The SPY, the IWM, nothing's going up. That's why I love the short. I mean, look at that. One day wiped out 2 months of gains on the SPY. It was awesome. Awesome for us, at least. Anyways, McDonald's, same thing. This one, you know what? Look at this. I mean, a great bearish pattern. They gapped it up on some crap news, got everyone to cover basically. All the shorts were like, oh my gosh, it's going up. I got to get out. Squeezed them all out, fake out, brought it right in, dumped it. And I'm still short on my position. I sold half down around 117, and I'm trying to hold on because I love this pattern. I'm thinking 112.81. And if we really start cooking 108.44, then ultimately 105, 102.54. If you're bullish on this one, you know, it's got to get above the MAs here. First step 20, second step 50, and then we'll play it from there. But this is a bearish pattern. Weekly, same thing. Bearish pattern, inside bar. Closed below there, which is bearish. Retraced up to the top, this top here. Stopped everyone out. Everyone who went short was like, oh gosh, here it goes. And then the talking heads, I think someone upgraded it or whatever crap they did. Right up, everybody covered. Not me. I was like, you know what, if we get above this inside bar, maybe above the 20 MA, then I'll think about it. If not, I might even reshort it. But you know what? Nice reversal, right back, closed at the lows down here. Monthly chart too. I think we're still going to the 108.77, 110. Again, it was a stretch chart up here, made a top, slowly pulling in. But you know, it takes 5 months or so, 6 months. If you took this trade though, 130, 131, this is great. We're at 114.58, and honestly, we could probably get to 110. Just took a little while. All right, guys, that's it for these couple trades, and I'm going to go through a couple more. If you have any questions or comments, please send it to StockBookie@gmail.com. And thanks for watching my videos. Hopefully some people took a couple of these trades. I am bearish right now in the markets. We will get some bounces, and if we do, we're going to reshort at the retrace, and we'll take them down again. But I'm not a bull or a bear. I just want to be on the right side of the trade. Again, thanks everybody for watching my videos. God bless. See you on the charts.